What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, and today we're going to be completing the live series collections. I know a lot of guys are doing this year, but there's pretty good rewards you can get. For example, completing the entire MLB, you get a 99 Chipper Jones, one of the better cards in the game, if I do say so myself. Pretty good defense, good speed and stealing, honestly, at third base, and then his hitting stats are unbelievable. His attributes are crazy. You could even play him at shortstop if you wanted to, or left field, but I think third base is going to be a more natural fit. And then the Big Papi is a good card, right? It's a first baseman. He's really a DH. I think many of us will know that. The hitting numbers, the attributes are insane. Fielding is as good as it could be. Speed's as good as it could be. But it isn't a super amazing card, not a 5-tool player or anything like that. It really just has the hit tool and the power, and that's kind of it. But the big one is the 5-tool player. New addition to MLB The Show 21. Never been in MLB The Show before as a legend. That is Alfonso Soriano. Can play left field, but I think a lot of people are going to play him at second base just because there are not a lot of great second basemen in the game. He is one of them for sure. Center and right. His fielding is unbelievable. Now, he's going to have diamond fielding out in left field, not at second base, unless you get his parallel all the way up. And I think he can get up to 90 fielding at second base. So you want to get this guy upgraded, use him as much as possible, because he has very good contact and power, and then amazing speed and defense. Will be a very, very nice card. And we have to buy a few more cards. Now, for some of these teams, I've already completed them. For example, the Cardinals, as we get a 90 overall Stan Musial. Good contact, power's not really there, but this is a guy that can just rake a little bit. You know, he's going to slap to all fields, but not really going to hit any out. For the Pirates, not really getting too much there at 81 Ralph Kiner. Could be a good card in BR with 98 power against righties. Could be decent. Of course, I'd like to remind you guys, if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. You guys have supported me so much over the years, and you afford me the opportunity to be able to complete the collections. And I figure if you guys are going to invest in me and donate on Twitch and subscribe on Twitch and watch my videos, the least I can do is put some money back into the game to provide you guys some upgraded content. Although most of my series on this channel this year, most of the videos will not be God Squad related. Some of them will be, but I want to do a series, you know, building up from nothing all the way up to the top with a fun upgrade series. You will see. I'm not going to spoil too many things right now, but hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. For looks like an amazing BR card. Amazing power. Contact's not too bad. A great arm. Adam Dunn looks like a very, very good card. Only an 83 overall, which makes him even better for BR, because in Battle Royale, he's going to pop up a lot more often. For the Cubs, we have 40 of 40. And you get an 85 overall reliever, Kerry Wood. Decent hit per 9, nothing crazy. Then great K per 9. Break and velo and all that, you don't really need to worry about too much. It's actually the pitch repertoire that you're looking for. But he'll have a cutter. He'll have a hard fastball. He'll have a weird curveball or a slurve. Kerry Wood could be very good. Now, I need some more cards for the Mets here, so this is going to be a little bit of a spending spree as we get Edwin Diaz for 2.5K. Some of these are going to be pretty expensive. DeGrom is not going to be cheap. Jeff McNeil is a little bit under 4K. And then Michael Conforto is 2.7K. Not really too bad. The big one on this Mets team is obviously Jacob DeGrom. Also, my pack luck so far to start this year, as we've got 117K for DeGrom. I don't really think that's too bad. But my pack year to start the year has been unbelievable. If you guys didn't watch my pack opening video, check that out. But I've also been ripping packs off stream as well, just to try and get these collections done. I was pulling for common cards, essentially, as we get a 424 career saves, 300 save club. John Franco looks very good, hitting K per 9 all the way up. He's not really going to throw too hard, but he'll have a sinker, so he could be pretty good. But my pack luck's been insane off stream. So if we go through team by team, I pulled Machado, I pulled Tatis, I pulled Trevor Bauer, I pulled no one on these teams. I pulled Christian Yelich twice. I pulled Josh Hader. Did I get anyone on the Cubs? No diamonds in there. Javi got downgraded. I pulled Juan Soto twice. I pulled Max Scherzer, which is pretty unbelievable. I pulled Bryce Harper. For the Mets, I don't think I pulled Lindor. And we'll see the AL here in a bit. For the Marlins, going to complete all those guys. I'll keep telling you the guys that I pulled because my luck was crazy. Like Yelich twice, Soto twice. We're going to get to a team where I pulled another guy twice, and that's with the Atlanta Braves. Pulled Ronald Acuna Jr. twice. And Acuna is like 140K. 168 buy now, and I'm going to hold on to him. He's the hottest hitter in baseball right now. He's unbelievable, as I need to buy Mike Soroka. Ronald Acuna is just on another level, and to pull him twice is a huge jump start. I'll have one of those to sell after we complete the collection to get a 91 Andrew Jones, which is a very good-looking card as well. Contact's not anything crazy, but the power is and the fielding is. Andrew Jones could be a really fun card. One of my more liked players growing up as well, so definitely want the opportunity to use him. Burt Blyleven. We'll have maybe even 2 different curveballs. For the Seattle Mariners, I do need to buy Dylan Moore. I pulled a lot of these cards. They're lower overalls. I ripped a lot of packs, and my luck was just phenomenal overall. So I really can't complain. It started off a little bit slower with the luck, but it heated up in a hurry. Didn't pull Matt Chapman clearly. Did pull Matt Olson a couple times. Not really the Matt you're looking for if you're looking to pull Oakland Athletics, but he's really not too expensive. He's also a sneaky good card, amazing defensively, and he has sneaky good hitting stats. If he hits well this year, he's going to get upgraded in a big way as we get Eck 87 Dennis Eckersley. Could be another good card, sinker, slider. Not really going to throw too hard, but per 9s are good. He should be pretty easy to control as well. I do like the control stat to look at. Now, the big one, I pulled Rendon twice as well. Mike Trout is very expensive, but this is opening weekend. I really don't think 387 is a particularly bad price for him. However, we're going to come back. It is a little bit expensive. I don't want to just lose all my stubs like that, but I'll probably end up paying something close. Yordan Alvarez looks like a really good gold. Even though he can't play the field, his hitting numbers are just unbelievable. As will buy Jose Altuve. Kind of shocked he's not a diamond. His fielding is just so terrible, but he had one bad year in a weird 2020. I pulled Alex Bregman 3 times, by the way. The luck was just kind of going crazy. I pulled Alex Bregman twice in the same bundle. I don't know what was going on. My luck's usually so bad in these games as we get Justin Verlander for about 27K. And we'll collect the Stros here to get an 89 Jeff Bagwell. Destroys lefties. If you had a really good lefty bat that destroys righties, you could platoon them. He's going to have decent speed for a first baseman, decent fielding, and of course, the hitting numbers, especially against lefties, are very good for the Minnesota Twins. I pulled Byron Buxton, and he's basically a diamond. He's going to go diamond. He's also super hot in the league right now. I mean, this is almost worth an investment if you think his price is going to go up, even though a lot of people are going to have him. Hitting numbers aren't too crazy. They're going to get a huge boost. Speed, stealing, reaction, fielding, amazing for Byron Buxton. I do need to buy Tyler Duffy, though. But Byron Buxton, it's hard to say how expensive he'll get because he's starting the year gold. So he's pretty acquirable. Kirby Puckett, a new legend this year. Very good fielding. Speed's okay. And then his hitting is very good against lefties. Reminds me a lot of Torrey Hunter, actually. Minnesota Twins outfielder, so that's kind of fitting. Rest in peace, Kirby Puckett. For the Royals, have 40 of 40 there. They've got some killers as we get an 84 George Brett, another slappy card. Mondesi is on gold watch if he gets healthy. I mean, great speed, stealing, fielding's pretty good. Soler, what's his hitting numbers look like? I mean, he's a DH. Probably not going to go gold. He'll have to hit really well. For the Tigers, I need to buy Victor Reyes still. He can't be more than 1,000 stubs. He's 519. I am super fine with buying that. As we get 40 out of 40 for the Tigers. El Tigres. Ivan Rodriguez. Are we Los Tigres? My bad. El Tigre. Los Tigres. Cleveland Indians. Now, do have a few in this one. Shane Bieber's probably about 30K. 28.8. I'm fine with that. Especially for a guy that could get upgraded to a 90 plus over the course of this year. AL Cy Young. AL Cy Young last year. It didn't go the first time. 87 Jose Ramirez is a stud. He could easily be near a 90. His fielding is not amazing. Speed's not amazing. But his hitting should get upgraded across the course of the year if he hits the way he has been hitting. I think he's been a 3-time top 5 MVP finisher in the last 4 years. Jose Ramirez is a really good player, and dare I say underrated. As we get an 85 Cliff Lee for completing the Indians. They would have been more expensive with Lindor, but of course he's on the Mets now. For the White Sox, we got Jose Abreu. He's pretty affordable, another guy with good hitting. Fielding's pretty good as well, actually, at first base. And he mashes against lefties. And for completing the White Sox, we get an 89 Paul Konerko, and wow. His hitting numbers are really, really good. Smashes righties, smashes lefties at an even higher rate. Paul Konerko looks very, very, very good. For the Blue Jays, have all of them. I pulled Kirby Yates, too, as we get an 87 Joe Carter, another guy that just torches lefties. For the Tampa Bay Rays, need to buy Nick Anderson. He's a little expensive, but he's also probably one of the better relievers in the game right now. I'm sure he's going to have a sinker. He does. Pretty hard four-seam, 12-6. You'd like to see him have a slider or a change in there, but he still should be fairly usable, as now we have 40 out of 40 for the Tampa Bay Rays. Get a David Price, back when that was the Devil Rays. I think he ended up playing for the Rays, too. When did they change from the Devil Rays? Like, 06, maybe? So maybe he wasn't a Devil Ray. I need to buy a lot of Yankees. Pulled Chapman twice. Judge is fairly expensive, but again, he looks very, very, very good. I'm fine to buy him. And Aaron Judge, when healthy, is one of the better players in the league. Easy top 10 player when healthy. So if he plays well, stays on the field, he's probably going to get upgraded. That contact is going to go up. He's a guy that can hit in the 280, 290 range when he's at his best. And his arm should be way higher than an 85. I'm not saying 99 or anything like that, even though statistically he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. But it should be higher than 85. I need that to be into the 90s. As Jorge is not a bad card. Switch hitting catcher. Second half, new series for them. I guess he had a really good second half in that year. So we'll take that for the Yankees. And then the Orioles are super, super, super cheap. Santander is only expensive because he's on gold watch, first of all, at a 79 overall. And he is the highest rated card in the Orioles collection, as we get 83 Jim Palmer, the Hall of Famer, with a not-so-great version of his card. JD could be pretty expensive because he's raking, but he's also a DH, and his hitting numbers are also really, really good already. So it's tough to see JD Martinez getting upgraded too much. Probably not a guy that's going to go diamond. Not impossible, but probably not a guy that goes diamond, as we get 87 Lefty Grove. And now the only team left to complete is the Angels. And you know what? My pack luck's been so good. And Trout went down. There we go. Waiting was worth it. We saved about 20K as we get Trout for 364. And with that, we have collected the Angels. We get a 95 Frank Tanana lefty. His fastball is at 98. 98. So very happy about that. And of course, once you get every team collected, I've done the NL West, you get a 96 Steve Finley. It is unbelievable how good Steve Finley is. One of the best cards in the game, clearly. But a 5-tool center fielder with decent enough contact, great power, pretty good fielding, and then great speed and stealing. Steve Finley's a really good card. We'll collect the entire NL Central to get a 94 Ernie Banks, another really, really good card. Maxed out contact against lefties, amazing power. And then contact against righties is not amazing, but pretty good. And power against righties is great. Fielding's really good. Speed isn't amazing, but really good card for Ernie Banks. Collecting the NL East nets you a Tom Glavine, not on the Braves, but on the Mets. He's a pretty good card. I mean, he's really a control freak. Let's see his pitch repertoire. Sinker, slow circle change, slow sweeping curve, sliders decently hard, actually, and then a hard four-seam. Tom Glavine could be really, really good with his pitch mix, as well as the drop-off in velocity from his hard stuff to his soft stuff. So Tom Glavine could be very, very good. We get a 95 Ricky Henderson for completing the AL West. Obviously, maxed out speed and stealing. It's Ricky. He's the best on-base and stealing guy of all time. Well, maybe not best on-base, but best on-base plus stealing. Barry Bonds probably the best on-base guy ever. But Ricky Henderson's amazing. Hitting numbers are pretty good. Power, you'd like to see a lot higher. But this is not going to be his highest overall card, probably. Very good Ricky Henderson. Very, very, very good card. For the AL Central, you get a 93 Bob Feller. He has a hard fastball. Of course, one of the hardest throwers of his era. 12-6 slider change. Good pitch mix. His problem is always very difficult to control. But maybe this year with precision or pinpoint pitching, things could change, and Boob Feller could be pretty usable. Yep, Boob. 95 Goose Gossage for completing the AL East. Amazing hit in K per 9. He's going to throw super hard. And as you can see, his pitch mix is great. Four-seam, maxed out. Slurve is hard and is going to move a lot. Hard sinker and then a change. Does he have outlier? He doesn't. He doesn't, but he's going to throw very, very hard still. And then once you complete every division, you can collect the entire NL. You get that 95 or 99 Alfonso Soriano we talked about earlier. Very, very, very good card. Can't stress that enough. For completing the AL, you get 99 David Ortiz. We looked at Big Papi earlier. And then, of course, once you complete the entire MLB, you get 99 Chipper Jones. We looked at him. He is an unbelievable card. So that is completing all the collections in MLB The Show. I will have debuts coming out with some of these different players. So please hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. This is the God Squad. And it is a very, very, very good team. Can't stress that enough. But yeah, we're not going to be playing with the God Squad all the time. It's going to be, you know, starting from at the very bottom and having some fun upgrades to get good players and unique players that maybe you wouldn't see on every single team. So thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me and giving me an opportunity to do this and get this video out for you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.